welcome back to the channel. Today we have something that was a game changer to my business, and it could very well be a game changer in your business. What is that? Milwaukee Packout. So let's get right into the video and see what we got going on. All right, guys. The Packout system's been really an awesome change for me and my business and how I do things and organizing my tools and being able to be proficient on the job. So what we're going to go through each box one by one. I'll give you the part number just in case you're interested in purchasing it. And then I'll show you what I carry in each one. You know, everybody's going to carry different things, but it's always nice to be able to see change and be able to see different things that guys do to modify these, to how they use them. And I've learned a lot, and maybe you can learn something from this. And if you have any suggestions, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below to be able to make it better and help everybody along the way. So like I said, we're going to go through one by one. We're going to start off here. This is the compact box that we're starting off with. It is part number 48-22-8422. I've had this box for right around a year. I do like it. If I had one complaint about it, and this sounds weird, is they must use a different type of plastic on this box, and I cannot get the plastic smell out of the box. I've washed it with soap and water and everything like that, trying to get it out, but it just, whatever you store in here is going to have a smell to it. But anyways, I really like it. We got a top handle on here you can carry it with. Obviously, we got the Packout spot on top here where you can stack a box on top of it. I use this one for my batteries. So in the wintertime, I live in the Rust Belt. So in the wintertime, I don't like storing my batteries outside, so I bring them inside the house. So this box works really well for being able to store all my batteries in, and I can just bring them into the house and keep them nice and warm. So I keep my M12 and a few of my other miscellaneous ones up top here, and then all my M18 down below. So again, that's the compact box, and we're going to move on to the next one here. Next one we got is the 10-inch tote. Now I use the 10-inch tote here for my electrical tools. Part number is 48-22-8310. I've had this one probably about 3 or 4 months. I've wanted to buy it for a while, but it was just too much, and I actually ended up getting it on sale for about 42 bucks or something, and it's still a little pricey, but it definitely brought it down to where I went ahead and pulled the trigger. So in this box, or this bag here, the tote, I carry a set of screwdrivers, insulated ones, a couple of the ones for putting on outlet covers and stuff like that from Klein, and then just have a miscellaneous, got, you know, cutters and wire strippers and butt connector pliers. Then I got some some punch out tools for data stuff and a few other odds and ends. On this side, electrical tester, and then a screwdriver. So I really like this tote. If I had to complain about anything, it would be this handle. I wish it stayed up like this all the time. It falls down. So I've seen some guys that actually take this off and put a different handle on there. I haven't done it yet, but it definitely might be something in the future here. So I wish they would have maybe improve that to where if it would stay up, or maybe be a rigid one that would allow it to be fallen over. And also inside of this one, I forgot, I do carry a small assortment of wire nuts and staples, just so if it's something simple, I might be able to just carry in one bag and get it done. But you got the little zipper front pocket here, and just everything else. Got one on the back as well, and then obviously it clips in to the system here. So that's the 10-inch tote. So moving on, we have the the smallest one that they make, I think. It's just called the Toolbox, and it's 48-22-8424. I have a couple of these, one that's not in here, but I have a couple of these that keep random tools in. This one here I have set up for my M12 stuff. I keep it all in one case. Drill bits and impact, screwdriver bit set, everything like that, and then impact, a couple drills, flashlight, probably one of my most favorite M12 tools would be the stapler. I use that all the time and really like that. And then I have just a standard screwdriver, which I use that a lot too. I use the M12 stuff a lot for setting cabinets, being that it's a smaller system and really powerful still. You can get pretty much everything done. So a lot of times if I'm setting cabinets and everything like that, I use all the M12 stuff. So that's what I have in this box here. Again, it's one of the smaller ones, but it goes along with the system. We'll keep on going down the stack here. Another small one. I just redid these boxes not too long ago, so this one is one that I kind of just rearranged. Not 100% certain I want to leave it this way, but this is what I got for now. I changed it into kind of an all-around bit set whenever I'm doing anything like that. What I found out was happening with my stuff is I was separating everything out into its own pack out, which was super awesome for some things. But then I found out, especially on larger jobs where I'm carrying in a lot of stuff, I was just bringing in so many boxes that I didn't like that. So I rearranged it a little bit and kind of put some, we'll find out here in a couple more boxes. I've put a lot of the tools together, but this is one where I can carry in one box and it has all the bits and everything like that for my various things. So we got, you know, the SDS bits for the rotary hammer, and then down below there we got the grinder handle, flap wheel, and a couple cut-off discs. Keep that for the grinder. Then I have just a standard Shockwave bit set. Really like the Shockwave bit sets. I haven't really found any other ones that have lasted as long as those. I got a standard set of just speed bore bits, and then just a standard set of spade bits there. And then I keep a nice set of drill bits for when I'm doing cabinet work or anything like that. The other drill bit sets that I keep with the drills, I don't mind if I drill metal or anything else like that, but I keep a nice set of wood bits in here. A Tapcon set, and then in here, these are organizers that you get with these boxes. Each box you get one of these organizers, one of these top organizers, and then you get two bottom ones like this that comes with dividers in each one of these small boxes. So I've kind of, in the bigger boxes, I haven't used them because I want the tool storage more than the little dividers. So I've thrown a couple of them in this box and it's worked out. Just miscellaneous longer bits and things that don't really have a home per se in something. I leave that in here, and any of the extra stuff that I have going on as well. So that's what I keep in this box. So this is the overall drill bit box. Like I said, it's worked out pretty good so far. I don't foresee myself changing it, but never know. So that's what we got going on with that one here. Go down to the next box here. Sorry, I'm kind of picking them up and carrying them away to get them out of the way as we go along, so that's why the camera has to move a little bit. The next one is their large toolbox, part number 48-22-8425. This is the one where you can start getting into carrying a little bit maybe taller items going on. I have this one set up here. This one here, it's really cool, this box. Something real quick. You can unlatch the front of this box, and it has the side handles here that's kind of like molded into the side of the box itself. But also, even if you have this lid unlatched, you can stand this top handle up, and that locks the lid and allows you to pick up that box and move it around, and you don't have to worry about the lid flopping over and, you know, possibly breaking off. So that's kind of a cool feature with this box here. But this box here, I have this set up for when I'm going in to do cabinet work, installing cabinets. I have a lot of the finished stuff in this box all together in one area. So we're gonna go through each side. I got a lot crammed in this box, but we'll show you what we got going on here. So on this side, this is kind of like the tool side of it. I have the dust shroud for something coming up. You'll see here, set of router bits. Got a cheapy set for doing something I don't really care about, and then obviously I have some nicer set bits for some of the nicer work, finish grade stuff. I carry a 25-foot nice rubber extension cord, one that keeps flexible still in the cold, since I do live up in the cold area north. Got a triple plug here that I can plug into the end of that, and then carry some Forstner bits in here. Sorry, like I said, I got a lot crammed in here in this one. Got jigsaw blades here. Got a corded jigsaw. I've thought about buying the M18 jigsaw a couple times, but it's just not one of those tools that I use all the time. And this is a nice Bosch one that hasn't let me down in the years that I've had it, so I think I'm just holding out for now. I have the compact router in here, which I'll do a video on that separate, but really like this tool. Been pretty awesome to be able to have that. And then what I keep down here, this is the fence for it, but also I have a butterfly, corded Milwaukee butterfly drill that you'd use for face frames, drilling face frames or something like that on the cabinets where you don't have a lot of space to maybe get in a cordless drill. So that's what I keep in this one here. But really like how this one's set up right now. It's worked out pretty good for me. Definitely have a lot of stuff in here, but it's worked out, like I said, again, it's worked out pretty good. So that's that side. This side, more set up for the cabinet, installing the cabinets themselves. I carry a hole saw set. It's a pretty full one, got a couple extra ones in there. That works out really, really nice. Then we got some air shims in here. If you haven't used these, it's not one that you use all the time, but it's really cool. We had a cabinet one time right next to a fridge that I couldn't get to move over with where we were at. And I was able, it's got a real thin profile on it. So I was able to slide that behind the cabinet and be able to pump it up and get it to move over where we could screw it into place. So that worked out really good. I have some of the 4-inch gear clamps from, I think it's Georgeson. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce that. But by far, to me, the best clamps you can get out there. They work really nice. They have a very strong clamp to them, and you can get some really good pressure going on with it. So I have 4 of these that I use for bringing face frames or anything like that together, and then I actually have some longer, the 12-inch ones that I keep in my trailer that work out really good. But those, they actually stopped making those for a while. I think the company got bought out or something, but now they're back to making them. So really nice clamps. I keep a nice set of chisels along with those nice drill bits that I had in the other thing. I keep a nice set of chisels that I only use for purely finer woodworking, so I don't have to worry about nails or anything like that. I have a couple of the templates for drilling cabinet handles and knobs, installing those. And then I have, these are made by Pony clamps. These are for screwing together the face frames, and you can clamp them tight sideways, but then it flushes them up on the front. These work really awesome. They've actually been out for quite a long time, but they used to have kind of a screwdriver handle on them. I always thought I'd like that better, but this is the newer style. My dad actually bought these for me. Thanks, Dad. And this bar clamp in allows you to put a lot more pressure on it with than the screwdriver handle. So I really like these. And to finish it off, I keep a small Kreg jig in here. I think it's the, is it the R3 or something like that? Yeah, R3 set. Just a small pocket hole set in there. And then I keep a couple of the clamps that go with it. Got a standard clamp, but then I have some of the Auto Max ones from Kreg that you can set up for automatic tensioning. These are really nice. They're a little bit more expensive, but I do feel that they're well worth the money when it comes to doing the Kreg stuff. So that's what I keep in here. Again, this is mostly kind of cabinet installation works, tools that I would need for doing that. So we'll go on to the next box here. All right, like I said before, I've just now recently kind of changed how these boxes go. So DeWalt, that's a bad word in here, isn't it? We just fixed Milwaukee just fixed the problem that I'm about ready to say here. They now offer a dolly that you can strictly carry individual boxes like what we've been having over here. You can carry individual boxes in without having to take this rolling toolbox here. It's probably been my biggest complaint about it. It's not that I don't like this rolling toolbox. It's just when you're carrying in separate screw organizers and things like that, you have to make sure and put whatever is in this box needs to be something that you practically use at every job, because to carry in anything else with the wheels, you have to take one of these along with it. So like I said, they just changed it. Now they do have that dolly. I haven't been able to get it yet. A little pricey at $200 if you ask me, but I might have a little solve for that down the road here. We'll talk at the end, but that's kind of the thing with this. So you don't have to buy this box to carry things anymore. They do have the dolly, but some guys still like using this. So this is called their rolling toolbox. It's 48-22-8426. And this is the one I talked about a little bit ago that I just changed up. So what I've done is I've pretty much put all of my M18 tools into one bin, and we're seeing how it works. I kind of like it so far because, like I said, I was having it where I was just carrying in too many different cases into the job to carry these tools separately. So I rearranged it and I have them all in one, and it's working out pretty good so far. So this is normally the case that I bring into all the jobs, because I obviously normally use these cordless tools the most. So like I said, it's worked out good so far, but you know, you never know when something might change if something else better comes out, or I'm able to get hold of that rolling dolly and might have to change this up. So I got a hacksaw in here, the super sawzall, rotary hammer, 1/2-inch impact, grinder, oscillating tool, a couple impacts, 1/4-inch hex impacts, the cordless caulk gun, light, a drill bit set, and the bit set. I think that's it in there, but anyways, it's kind of crammed in there a little crazy. Keep a set of safety glasses too. The reason I do that is because I found that if I keep the safety glasses with the tools, I'm more apt to put them on. You definitely want to keep your eyes safe. So that's worked out pretty good. And most of you probably watching this already know, but if you don't, Milwaukee has holes in the lid here that you can mount things. They're spaced perfectly 4 inches so you can mount a charger in your boxes, because that's the spacing required for one of Milwaukee's chargers is 4 inches. So you can always mount. I've seen a couple guys mount multiple things to the lid. Some guys actually put a power strip in here kind of and have a hole drilled around back or something like that, and they can plug this box in and run the battery chargers. I don't have to that point yet. I actually have a different solve to the battery charging. We'll see here in a few, but so you can do that too, but that's all over YouTube. You can check that out. So that's what I have in this first of the rolling toolboxes. So we're gonna keep going on here. Next I have the totes, not the totes, sorry, it's the crates, the Packout crates. I thought I had a part number for that one. I apologize, I don't. Well, you know what, hold on a second. Let's see what we got around back here. Packout crate is 48-22-8440. Sorry, let's see if we can zoom in there so you can see it. So, got a couple of these. First one, I have just drop cloths and stuff like that in it. It's nice to be able to pick them up and carry them all into the job at one time. These boxes are kind of cool though, because you got, not only can they, you know, slide on and mount from the side, you have the side handles here, but also it has this mounting bracket that goes along the back here that if you use the Packout plate, which is there, we'll talk about that in a second. If you use the Packout plate, you can mount them to the wall. So kind of a cool box, but that's what I have on that one. Keep my drop cloths going on in there. So I got one more, and this is where that charging that I talked about, this is what I have set up for a charger. I wanted to get the multi-charger that Milwaukee sells, but I didn't like the fact that it only charges one battery at a time and it goes around. And just sometimes when you're using batteries up a lot, you just need them charged a little bit more than that. And I don't like rapid charging batteries if I don't have to. I would much rather do the slow charge on them. So I made this up Packout crate and made a small wooden frame to sit in it, and it has 2 rapid chargers and 2 regular chargers in there. That way, and it's all hooked up to a power strip, so you can plug it in, and you just got one cord that plugs into the wall and runs them all. So I will rapid charge batteries, especially when you're talking like the 12 amp hours if I'm running the chainsaw or something like that, but for the most part I try not to. So if I do need to charge stuff, I'll carry this in. And you know, I mean, you get the chargers with most of the tools you're buying anyway, so you get so many of these laying around that you don't really need to buy a separate charger, but to each their own on that. So the next one we're talking about is the organizer 48-22-8430 is the full size one here. This has 11 bins in it, and they're a little pricey. I mean, most of you know that the Packout stuff is a little bit pricey. I think it's very well built, very heavy duty, and definitely can make your life a lot easier. But this has 11 bins in it. I keep this one's all of my Torx screws for the most part. A couple of little sheet metal screws from a job I had not too long ago. But the only thing that I would dislike about it, I like having this extra pocket in here for longer stuff. But the way the lid is designed here, you got small and then the big one, this ridge doesn't continue across, or they don't have a way that you could either do all small ones, or I know you can, I've seen guys put all large ones. You'd have to buy extra ones, but you could put all large ones in here, but you can't do all small ones, and that's a little annoying. It's not like life or death here, but I really like these. I only have a few of these just because they're a little expensive, and I have a whole bunch of my older Stanley ones that I use still. But what I have done on this one here, because this is, I always keep the Torx, what I've gone through is I've marked what size of screw in the bin they hold. That way I can do a quick glance when I go to stock up on screws. I can get a quick glance as to what I need, what size, and be able to pick those up at the store. So the next one they have is the actual, these are the small compact organizers. Part number on those are 48-22-8435. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I actually like these more than larger ones, just because a lot of times you only need one style of screw or something like that. You don't really need a whole bunch of things. So these are split, they're into the 5 bins, but I really like the fact that these are super small, and you also have seen it, I'm sure, that where you can take, let's see, I'll show you. I've seen guys carry it in like this, so you have a small one if that's all the tools you need, and we'll slide over here, and you can slide your tote onto, there we go, slide a tote onto it, and then you actually can pick that tote up and take in one thing of screws with you. So it's kind of cool, being that they're the smaller ones, you can do that. Again, to each their own. Some people maybe not like that, but so I have a lot more of those, and what's crazy is they're just about as expensive as the large ones. But if you catch the small ones on sale, every once in a while you can get them for about 20 bucks a piece, and that's normally when I try to buy and stock up on them. So let's keep going on here. We're almost done. We got this one here. It looks like the small tool case that we went over already, but this is actually, I'm sorry, this is called the tool case. The other one was a toolbox, I think. This part number is 52-76-8405. I hope that's the right one. But this one here, most of the time, if you buy this box separate from Milwaukee, this box will come with a foam insert in it. So it's normally about 70 bucks for this box with the foam insert. I actually got this box with a impact set for Black Friday, and it came with this box here, but you didn't get the foam with it. But it came with like a styrofoam inside here that I threw away. But this, I had some tools in here, and then I kind of rearranged it, so this one's a little empty right now, but it's a little different. It's more square, it doesn't have the bumps out like the other ones do, but right now I have the quart tube adapter for the cordless caulk gun. Cordless caulk gun, again, one of those tools that the M18 one's a little heavy, but it is definitely a game changer when you're doing a lot of caulking on a job, it's just so nice to be able to set the speed on that and go with it. So this is a little bit shaped a little bit different, but works pretty good. Let me see if the part number, just verify that. No, they don't have the sticker on this one. So that's the tool case. So we got a couple more of the larger toolboxes as we got going on here. A couple of these, again, I've changed up, so they might not have as much in them as normal. This one here I have set up with siding tools. So we got some J-channel notchers, some 3/4 and some 5/8, some side swiper tools to pull vinyl siding apart. If you ever need to pull any vinyl siding apart to replace a piece or anything like that, these are awesome to have around. Work super easy. Nice set of snips, a few other miscellaneous tips, a bender, some layout lines. I think the bottom of this one I don't really have too much going on. Large set of snips here, and this is one of those boxes that I've just kind of redone. So I have a few things more I want to put in here. I just haven't got a chance to do it yet. So that's the large, again, large toolbox. This one here, keep going. I keep my 6.5 inch. This is about the only M18, maybe the transfer pump too, but this is why I can't fit in the other box, everything. So this is just a 6.5 inch saw that I have. I actually normally keep it like this. And then I have some miscellaneous socket sets in here, and a 1/4 inch, some Torx bits for other things, sanding block. Like I said, just some miscellaneous tools that you need for changing a blade or something like that. And then down here, again, I said I have a 1/4 inch socket set. This is a Porter cable fiber cement shear for the Hardy plank or the Hardy board. We got a hand plane, and then the hole saw set for drilling out a handle and a steel door or a wood door that doesn't have one. And then there's a small Porter cable laminate router that I have in there. So that's it for this box. Got a couple more here. All right. This is like I keep a whole bunch of hand tools in here. So we got some Torx screwdrivers. I use the Torx screws a lot, so I have a set of Torx screwdrivers that it's nice to be able to just give it a little extra tweak or something if you need to. Some Cobalt screwdrivers in here with the quick spin. Those work pretty slick. But like I said, this is just miscellaneous extra tape measure, some utility knives, and then I just have a little bit of, like I said, everything in here. Got some rubber mallet, non-marking rubber mallet for cabinets, and staples, some big chisels, a roof roller, rivet gun, some Allen head screwdrivers in here. Like I said, just a whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff, hand saw. But I keep that together in this box here. So last box coming up. It's one more of the rolling toolboxes. This one I have set up for my framing tools. Again, I used one of those screws to be able to carry some extra blades in here. I have my Occidental tool pouch, Occidental leather, by far one of the best tool pouches in my opinion, if you ask. I've had this for close to 10 years, and the one my dad's had, he's probably had closer to 25 years, and work really nice. So they're a little pricey. I think that setup nowadays is about $320 or something, but you know, if you're going to buy it once, buy good, and you're never going to have to worry about it again. So really nice, well-built tool bags there. But then I have the M18 worm drive style 7 1/4 saw. Really like this saw. You know, obviously it's heavy. Every review you're going to read on that is heavy, but it works really awesome for framing, cutting rafters and things like that. So, and then in the bottom of this box, I just have miscellaneous framing hammers, multiple different styles, larger pry bars that I don't have in the other boxes I carry around, and long tape measures for squaring up walls, and a big chalk line. So that's it, guys. That's it for the box. Like I said, you're going to find yourself, you see them all kind of strewn apart there now, but you're going to find yourself as you go along with the Packout system that you're going to want to change it up as you go along and change how you organize them, what tools you put in what box. And that's what's the cool thing about the system, is you can modify it however you need to for the most part. And there's tons of stuff out there for 3D printing to make these boxes even better than they are right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you need or if you have any suggestions, let me know. Drop in the comments below if you think I could maybe make something a little bit better, or if you have a question as to a certain tool in a certain box and you want a little bit more information on that, let me know and we'll go from there. Actually, I forgot to talk about one. We got the Packout plate, mounting plate, which is 48-22-8485. You can use this if you need to, you can screw this to a shelf, or this is the one that, like I said, with the Packout crate here, if you screw it to the wall, you could screw it to the wall and the Packout crate would mount up against it, or you can mount it on a shelf and be able to just slide the boxes on top of it. I had a couple of these in my trailer. I really liked them at first. They're super well built, which I like, and they slide in on and off of them really easy. But the thing I found, the one shelf that I had in my trailer, and I can show it in another video, but I wanted to be able to fit 3 of these, because this is where I keep all my organizers on that shelf. I wanted to be able to fit 3 wide, and with these Packout plates, with this space you have here, there's a couple inches that once you slide another one up next to it, right here, let me show you. Let's see if we can kind of see quickly. So by the time you put 2 of them together, they're made to interlock together, which is great, but you got that large space in between them there that's wasted space. And like I said, some trailers or applications is not a big deal, but in my application it didn't really work out for me. So what I ended up doing is I got on eBay and found some 3D printed ones, and that allowed me to be able to get some mounting spots for the boxes. And I had enough room, I measured it out, I had enough room to be able to get 3 wide on that shelf for 3 larger units like this wide on that shelf. And I really, really like that. So it worked out really good. All right, guys, that's the end of the tour. I hope you enjoyed it. This is how I have it set up. I'm not saying this is the only way to set it up. You obviously can do it your own way. And if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, because it's always a work in progress on my end. And I have no problem changing them around especially if I like something that'll make it a little bit smoother. So don't forget to subscribe, like, share the video with somebody else if you think that they'll enjoy it as well. And we'll keep going here. I got some more videos coming out here on some more Milwaukee stuff. So until next time, guys, have a great night and be safe.